and good morning and welcome. I'm so glad you could join me today. This is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. Grab a cup. We have a lot to talk about today. That's right, you and me. We're going to talk. So let's get started. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Illinois. It is warm. I'm not sure the exact degrees, but all of our snow has melted. Well, not all of it. Most of it has melted. So we have a big slushy muddy mess everywhere. That's all right. That's all right. We'll deal. But anyway, it is a beautiful day. It is a really nice day. So anyway, like I said, I have lots to share with you today, so grab a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink and sit back and relax, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I have some finished objects in sewing. I have a shop update. I have a finished object in knitting. And I have a whip to share with you in crochet. So we have a little bit of everything today. There was one other thing that I was kind of excited about sharing. Did I bring it in here? I don't know. Oh, if I think of it, I'll bring it in. Okay, so what should I share about first? Oh, that's what I forgot. Okay, my daughter's hat. My daughter's knit hat that I was working on last video. Yeah, I finished it and I forgot to bring it in here. That's okay. Pause, and I knew I would forget something, even though I'm like, okay, Abby, we're going to get it together. We're going to carefully go around, make sure we have the pattern, the yarn, everything you want to share, have it ready so you're not, asking people to wait on you. Oh, well, okay, so that's okay. That is okay. We're allowed. We're allowed to make mistakes, right? We're allowed to forget. We're allowed everything. Okay, so, well, not everything, but you know what I mean. So I finished my daughter's knit hat. I had to go run all the way around the house trying to find it. I found it. Okay, so this was what I was working on in my last video. So I finished her knit hat. And the pom-pom is a little loose, as you can tell, because she likes to pick it up by the pom-pom and carry it around. She does not hold it by this. So it gets loose, so I have to kind of tighten it. But anyway, I finished the hat, so this is it. As you can see, this is not how it should be. When I finished it, even though I went by the directions, I measured her head. I went through I went by the measurements on the pattern, and I'll share the pattern in just a minute. I did everything right. I measured everything. It was too short. When I finished it, it was too short. So what I did was, instead of starting all over or ripping back, I decided just to pick up the stitches along the bottom edge, and I just did I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 more rounds of the knit one, purl one ribbing, and just added that on. It looks a little kooky, I know, and I was worried about that too. I was like, this does not look good. But my daughter was like, oh, great, Mom! She put it on. She's like, this is perfect, and ran off. And I was like, okay, good. Anyway, so this is the hat. This is the seam along the back, and I know it's a little bumpy. It doesn't look very nice, but I did not go exactly by the directions. I kind of did my own thing, but I just was picking up stitches, and then, to put it together. But anyway, it turned out fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm very critical of my work, so it's fine. And the pom-pom is really cool because this came in one of my mystery gems, so it's actually alpaca. So you cannot wash this. And the yarn I used, I'll share in just a minute. I'm sorry. Getting ahead of myself. But anyway, so when I would need to wash the hat, I needed a way to take the pom-pom off, and so I could wash the hat, because it would ruin the pom-pom if I washed it. So anyway, I had seen this on Craft House Magic, how she had attached a pom-pom with a button. And I was like, okay, well, how do you do that? So I looked on some videos on YouTube, and you stitch a little button. Well, it's not a little button. That's a pretty big button. But you stitch a button on the inside of the hat, just kind of over to the side from the top opening here. And then you wrap the pom-pom, the string. Let me see if I can take this off so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. The pom-pom came with this long string, and you just kind of wrap it around the button. Now, I've seen other pom-poms that have like rubber bands on them, which is a lot easier, but this one did not have a rubber band. It's just, it's kind of like thread, actually. So I just wrapped it around as many times as I could to get it as tight as possible. But anyway, yeah, well, let me get it off here so I can show you. But yeah, this method is really, really easy, and I'm really glad I found this method, because I had always had trouble making the yarn pom-poms. So buying a pom-pom is much easier. There it is, I got it off. So it comes on this long string, okay? So there's the top of the hat, and then, oh, I dropped it. And then I just got one of these big plastic buttons I got from Walmart, and I used the same yarn and just sewed it on there, and then sorry about that. Then you take the pom-pom and thread it through the top. See if I can get it in there. Bear with me. There we go. So you pull it up, and then take the thread. If I can get this. Okay. Then you're just going to go around the button and just twist it, and then around, and then twist it, and then around, and then twist it and around, and just keep doing that until it's tight enough that it will stay. And like I said, my daughter picks this hat up by the pom-pom, so it gets pretty loose. And because it's not elastic, it's just thread, it doesn't really stretch, so I can't really get it as tight as I want it to, or as tight as it needs to be, but it still works. So there you go. It's just a little ball of fluff. It kind of looks like a bunny tail. It's really cute, but it's extremely soft. So anyway, there it is. Yay! Oh, okay, so the yarn I used was the Red Heart Roll With It Tweed, and the color is Modern Pastel. Very pretty, very bright and colorful and cheerful. And then I started a hat for my youngest, and I'm not finished with it yet, but I am I'm about done with it. It's getting close. So, oh, and I'll share the pattern, sorry. So anyway, this is how far I've gotten on her hat, which I love this yarn. Oh, and I didn't have any more pom-poms, so I ran over to Michael's, and let me share the yarn. The yarn I'm using for this is I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby, and this colorway I believe is Rainbow, which I think it's gorgeous. Yes, Rainbow. Because as you can see, it kind of changes from light to dark and then light again. It's really beautiful. I really love this. It's acrylic yarn. So I ran over to Michael's, and they did have pom-poms. But they're like faux fur pom-poms. So this is what I got to go with this hat. So if you can visualize. Won't that look so cute? I got two pom-poms. I got a blue one and a brown one. And I thought my daughter would like the blue one. Well, she reached in the bag and she's pulled this out and she's like, I want this one! So I was like, oh, okay, then I'll take the blue one. Because I wanted to make a hat for me. So anyway, oh, and the pattern, hang on, is out of this book. I've shared this in my last video, and the hat I am making is that one right there. Okay? And yes, you can get this on Amazon. There was a link in the description box from my last video, but I'll put it down again if you're interested in this book. Very nice book. Very, very good. So anyway, so I got this blue pom-pom for myself, and I'm going to make myself a hat. And the yarn I chose, oh no. Well, okay, I actually want to make two hats. I want to make a knit one for myself because I'm my first time making knit hats. So I'm going to use this yarn. I thought this was really gorgeous. This is from Hobby Lobby also. I love this yarn. This colorway is Prairie Grass, which I think is beautiful. I love those colors. But I think this will especially look nice in the knit stitch, like the stockinette stitch. I think it'll look really nice, and in the ribbing too. I really like how this yarn worked up in that in the knit hat for my daughter. So anyway, and I got this funky red pom-pom. Isn't that? I don't usually do red, not for myself. I'll make red stuff for other people, but I'm just not a red girl. But I thought that would look really good with this yarn, and it is like in your face red. Woo! All right, but anyway, so I had gotten this blue pom-pom, and I wanted to make a crochet hat as well. Oh, and these pom-poms are the ones that have the stretchy rubber band. So I think this will be easier to attach with the button inside. I think it'll be easier. And these are not expensive at all. They were like $2.99, I think. Now, and you know, you can remove them, so when you wash the hat, they don't get ruined. They'll stay nice for a long time. So that's a good thing. That's always a good thing, right? But anyway, I was looking for a crochet hat to make. It was a little bit warmer, you know, because my granny stitch hat that I made, because it's a granny stitch, it has holes or spaces. I mean, they're supposed to be there, but it's not very warm. So in these cold months, I was like, I really, you know, want something with the tighter stitches to where it's closed. And so anyway, I found a tutorial for a star stitch. I think it's called a star stitch hat. And I'm going to try that. And the yarn I chose is this. Can you see the sparkles? This is Caron Simply Soft. I found all this yarn in my stash, by the way. I did not go out and buy more yarn. This was all in my stash. Excuse me. But anyway, yeah, this is Caron Simply Soft, and it's called, Party. Yeah, I think it's, okay. Yeah, and oh, here's the name. The name is called Silver Sparkle. So, isn't that gorgeous? But I think that would look so pretty with the blue. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it is. Okay. Wow. I'm so excited. And because it's a star stitch and it has sparkles, I don't know, I just think it sounded good together. Okay. Moving on. Did I share all that? Yes, I think I shared all that. Okay, let's move on. So I have my finished object in knitting to share with you next. I'm very excited about this because it's a sock. I finally finished a knit sock, and yes, I put stripes in. I wanted to play around with it a little bit. This is the mate to this sock that took me forever. I think I actually started this sock last May. So, yeah. And I had, if you remember, I had to rip back the toe and redo it because I made a lot of mistakes. But anyway, so this is the mate. And yes, I did it a little differently because, you know, I like to do that. I love to play around with yarn and different designs. So yeah, I used, this is Dusty Rose from Dying to Knit, and this colorway right here is the Malabrigo Diana. And then I wanted to play around with stripes because I'm not done stripes. You know, like stripes. Me doing the stripes, not the self-striping yarn. So I decided to try some stripes, so that's how that turned out. So it, still have some mistakes, still have some holes in the gusset up here in the corner, actually on both sides. There's a little bit of a hole there. I do have a hole right there at the base of the heel. I think that's the heel turn. Yeah, I don't know how, but I got a hole there. You can see that. I don't know if you can. What else? Oh, I did the gathered tip again, just because I did it on this toe. I didn't want them mismatching, you know. I didn't want to do the Kitchener stitch on one and a gathered tip on the other because they're very, very different. I don't think I did the toe decreases enough. The toe is a little bit short. It fits my foot fine, but yeah, I don't know what all happened there. I have not weaved in the ends yet, so it's not completely done. The stripes were fun, but I will be honest, weaving in these ends are going to take me a while. I mean, I don't mind weaving in ends. It's not my favorite thing to do, but yeah, when you have stripes, and I will tell you, I weaved in 2 ends already. I weaved in the end from the toe, and then the one from the cuff where I joined, but every other end. Look at all that. Look at all that. Still have to weave those in. I'm not looking forward to that. I was like, can't I just wear them without weaving in the end? No, you cannot. Anyway. And I messed up when picking up the stitches on the heel flap. And you can only tell it on the inside. You can't really tell it on the outside, but yeah, I don't even know how to describe that. But anyway, there it is. So I have my first pair of knit socks. Ta-da! My first pair. It only took me a year and this is February. It only took me a year and 2 months to get a pair of knit socks that I can wear. Ah! Anyway, okay. There they are. There they are. Okay. Oh, and the pattern I used is out of this book, Knitting Socks. My dad bought me this book for my birthday. Was it my birthday? A year ago or 2 years ago? Yes, it was. Thank you, Dad. I love this book. I am going to use it a lot. Or I am using it a lot, actually. Okay. So, let's see. Let me share my crochet whip, and then we'll go on to the sewing, okay? So, I don't know if yes, I did. I shared that I was working on a crochet cardigan. Okay, one of my friends had shared with me a lovely pattern, and it is in the other room. Okay, I believe, okay, I will put the name of the pattern and who it's by on the screen, but it is a paid pattern, and it is, I really like it. My friend shared it with me, so I am working on it right now. And I love it. I really do. Oh. Okay. So, let me put it on. If I can. Okay. So this lovely yarn is, I am using the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, and the colorway, and I have to tell you a funny story about this. The colorway is Sutherland Stripe, okay? So this is it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness, I love these colors. So I have to tell you a story. Okay, remember how my Tammy sweater, when I was working on it and I didn't have enough yarn, and I went back to the store and they didn't have that particular colorway, so I had to improvise, okay? And my sweater kind of looked the way it looked. So when I wanted to start this cardigan, I was like, all right, now, Abby, you're going to get enough yarn so that you have enough to finish this sweater in one colorway so you don't have another scrappy sweater. And so I ran to Walmart because I only had, I think, 2 skeins here in my stash. So I ran to Walmart, okay? It was during the pandemic. Everything was locked down. So anyway, but I did. I went to Walmart and their yarn shelf was like empty, almost completely empty. I mean, there were just a few scattered, but guess what? They had like 3 of these. I snatched them up and I ran to the register. I was like, I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I have plenty of this yarn. So if I have enough left over after I finish the cardigan, I may make a hat or a pair of socks to match, or maybe even mittens, because I still want to make myself a pair of mittens. But anyway, so there it is. It's this is the sleeve, this is the front, and I'm working on the back now, and then it will move on to the other sleeve. So anyway, I love it. I think it's beautiful. And oh wait, I forgot. There's the other front. So anyway, I really like it. I really, really like it. I love how the yarn is, how it works up also in the stripes. I think it'll be very slimming. You know, with the vertical stripes, they say it's slimming, so, okay. All right, let's move on to sewing. I have a finished object in sewing, and then I have my shop update, which I will share. Okay, let me get a drink of coffee really quick. And my time is running low. I don't know if I'm talking too much or if I don't know. Alright, so let's see. My finished object in sewing is this adorable tote. Oh! Isn't that beautiful? And it has these nifty handles. I love this bag. I even put a little snap at the top. And I will show you the inside. So it's a very, this is difficult on the camera. There, show you the inside. It's a large bag, so it's actually holding my crochet cardigan project right now, because I can fit the 2 big skeins of yarn inside it. So, but I also, to go along with it, I made a little snap case for my crochet hook, and I put a pretty little snap on there, and there's the other side. I did some quilting, and it's got the fusible fleece in it. But yeah, I put the crochet hook in there, and it slides right in my little tote, so it's all held together. But isn't that pretty? I love that. So I love this so much. I made another one to sell for my shop, which is, now we'll get on to that. So I have a shop update. I am selling on Instagram. It's Bags by Abby. You can search either under my Cookies and Crochet Instagram account, or I will link it down below. Also, I'll put it on the screen. If you are not on Instagram, because I did have some ladies on Facebook that were admiring my work, and they said, oh, but I'm not on Instagram. So I started a page on Facebook. So if you are not on Instagram, if you want to purchase a bag, you can find me also on my Facebook page, and it's also Bags by Abby. Or if you're not on Facebook and you're not on Instagram and you're interested in buying from me, you can always email me. and I will leave my email address here on the screen for you. Just contact me and we will work something out. Don't worry. So anyway, yes, I call them my Carryall Totes because they're quite large. And they're for your bigger projects. So they hold those big hanks of yarn, or not hanks, those big skeins of yarn when you're making like a sweater or a shawl or, you know, an oversized scarf or something like that, you know. So I made another one, and this one is actually bigger than the first one I made, but this is it. So this, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. And it has the nice handles. And this is a large, very large bag. Okay, very big bag. And oh, since it does not have pockets on the inside, I'm selling this as a set, the snap case with the bag. So you can put your crochet hooks in here. It has a snap closure also. There's the inside. Just slide it in your bag and it can hold your crochet hooks. I think it can also hold your knitting needles if they're the DPNs. It can hold that too. And it just fits right in there, and I just think they're so beautiful. So I'm going to be making more of these. If you don't like this particular design or the color scheme, I'm going to be making more. So watch my shop for that. If you are so interested, you can contact me, like I said, on Instagram, Facebook, or through email, okay? I think that is all I had to share. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One more thing. Stick with me. Okay, so I have another project bag that I finished. This one is for sale. This is the Sweetheart bag. It is a small project bag. It has the zipper closure. It has the strap. This one also has a large pocket inside to carry anything you might need. Very pretty, very cute. And then I did the pretty zigzag stitching, if you can see that. Focus camera. All over. So I really like the zigzag stitches. I think it looks really cute, really pretty. And I did that on the front also. But anyway, so this bag is for sale. This is the Sweetheart bag. So if you're interested, let me know. And now that is all. And I will have more things coming in the shop, as I said. I'm trying to make Saturday kind of like my sewing day, since the week is kind of busy. Saturday I can sew, so I will have more bags coming available. So just keep an eye out for those if you're interested. Whew, I think that's all. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed rest of your week. Thank you again for your support. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you all are well, and I hope you're staying warm, or if it's warm where you are, I hope you're enjoying it. So anyway, all right, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.